Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Monday, start of a new week that will lead us towards a semi-final of Coppa Italia against Inter, return game. And maybe it will also tell us if yes or no Juventini can have a bit of joy this season. But before speaking about that game, of course we have to go back on what happened yesterday. Juve 0, Napoli 1. Well, if you watched the pre-game of yesterday, the video I made about the pre-game of yesterday, I had one request, one demand, one wish, and it was that after the 90 minutes of Juve Napoli, win, draw or loss, I could finally speak about football, only about skills, dribbles, saves, goals scored or even goals conceded. I really wanted to speak about tactics, offensively or defensively, you like, you don't like, wrong or right decision. Unfortunately, we are 24 hours later and we have to come back on controversial episode because a lot of things that happen on the field are controversial. We don't speak anymore about football and that's really a pity. What I asked, well, didn't happen. So we will speak about all these kind of things. I want a max of your comments in the comment section because I'm curious your opinion about Gatti on Kvaratskhelia, the disallowed goal, the assist of Federico Chiesa, the Cuadrado potential penalty. I really want to know your opinion because I'm curious. I need to understand because I can give you mine, of course, but your opinion really matters. So maximum of comments, likes, and subscribing if you didn't yet. So let's go back. But before speaking about them, let's make one thing clear. Yesterday, we didn't lose only because of controversial episodes. I don't want to speak about them to justify a loss. It would be strange in a season where Juventus lost in Serie A on 31 games, 8 games. In total in the season, if you are looking at all competition, I believe we arrive at 12. Way too much, and it would be too easy. And I believe also a bit lame to say it's because of referees. So this is not the direction I want to go through. But of course we can speak about the single episodes. So let's speak about them so that we can put them away. The first one, Gatti. Well, according to me, Gatti episode is not a red card. Why? Because when you are watching the images, there are some angles that are really showing you that there is no intentionality of Gatti going with a fist on the face of Kvaratskhelia. He wants to actually take him with a lot of power, his shoulder, to probably put him away. Maybe letting him fall or just moving him from the area where he is in. He slips and he goes on the face of Kvaratskhelia. I tell you the truth, if the referee is watching that real life and is giving a red card, well, at the end, he's touching the face of Kvaratskhelia. Intentionally or not, he's doing it. If you're giving real life, yes. Then you can't come back. Because if the referee is judging that there is no red card on that one, it's not giving a yellow card, decision of the referee, VAR can't come back. Because this is the rule. Because the referee judged, and if you're looking back to the images, you see that there is no intentionality of going really with a violent act. So VAR can't come back, and this is why Gatti didn't receive a red card. You can't come back and say, yes, you should give a yellow card. What I think really is that Gatti on that one deserves a yellow, but VAR can't call back the referee to say give a yellow. He can call him back to say give him a red, which for me is not a red card, that one. Then we go to the most controversial one, of course. Milik catching the ball, giving it to Locatelli. Locatelli with a fantastic pass to Di Maria. Di Maria scoring the 1-0 at the 82 minutes. Well, again, we are speaking about real life and we are speaking about VAR. On real life, the referee is there. He's watching the contact. He's seeing that Milik is touching the ball and he's saying, we go on. And we score that goal. Right decision according to me from the referee. Then I will tell you, if VAR is coming back in the middle of the field judging that there is a foul and he's calling the referee, well, the referee is going to the monitor and is watching that there is of course a contact because Milik is touching the player of Napoli without aggressivity, without the intention to go on the leg of the player. He's slightly touching and then he's taking the ball. Well, if you are watching it in a velocity of 0.05, which frames I understand that the referee is calling it a foul, because you see the images, and depending the angle that you see it, you see really a contact. On VAR, you can't see the pressure, the power of the contact, so you can whistle yes or no. For me, the big mistake is that VAR, that has all the opportunity to watch it, is going back to that foul. That for me is something that we see million times. Football is a contact sport. There is no violence. You clearly see that is touching the leg and taking the ball, but not touching the leg like this and then casually taking the ball. No, it's really going on the ball, but there is a small contact. For me, this is a goal that you have to give. You can't cancel it, but I still can understand the referee that in front of the monitor is saying there is a contact, I need to whistle, because otherwise it would have been the end of the world. Anyway, we go to the other one, I think really fast. Chiesa, assist, Vlahovic, goal. The ball is out. You can't even complain about that. That's something that you can't complain, not even debate, but I really wanted to take it back. And then you have the Cuadrado potential penalty. In real life, when I was watching it, I said there is a contact. I said it repeatedly. I believe I said it like 15, if not 20 times. Touch the leg, touch the leg, touch the leg. There is a penalty, there is a penalty, there is a penalty. Well, I tell you, when I watched again the replay, I believe that the referee took exactly the right decision. Then I'm not here to blame Cuadrado, that according to me on that one is not simulating. He's not really looking for the penalty. He's changing direction in full velocity, and with his leg is going on Juan Jesus. No, there is no penalty because Juan Jesus is not even moving. So correct decision from the referee. Then why is this happening? Why is the referee saying go up, go up? There is absolutely nothing. Stop playing. That actually is actually making sure that there is a counter-attack and the goal of Napoli. Why? Because Cuadrado is not the first time. It's not the first time that he's looking for contact. It happens so many times. It's something that is annoying, sometimes really annoying. We said it during the game also in the first half, where Cuadrado had a really a bad game, and offering some balls to Napoli, not being able to be the Cuadrado that we saw a few years ago. Well, Cuadrado, it's not the first time, and then it remains in the brains and in the memories of referee that in doubt are not calling it a foul, are not stopping that moment. So I believe that on that one, even if I really think that Cuadrado was not looking for a contact, well, this is a consequence of a lot of time looking for contacts. But what is annoying is not even looking for contact that can be used in a game. What is annoying is that you stay there and you are expecting the referee to whistle. It happened also in another moment at the end of the game with Rabiot, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe Rabiot that is losing a contrast. He's believing for the foul and he's stopping. He's stopping to play and he's starting to walk with a referee that is absolutely not whistling at that moment. We don't concede a goal, but again, a mistake from the Juve players. You know it, and we discussed it long yesterday in the video. If it's a 50-50, they will not whistle in your advantage. We know it. How many times did we say it? If there is a doubt, don't whistle in the advantage of Juventus. Something that is there since now more than 17 years. So don't expect, continue to play. And if you are Cuadrado and you're remaining there for like 10 minutes on the ground, of course you are putting your team in difficulty and then we concede. Anyway, this is what I thought about that. Again, I repeat, what happened on the field, the decision of the referee are not changing the game. And that's where now, after 8 minutes of video, I want really to enter on the game of Juventus, or at certain moments, the non-game of Juventus. Let me know again your comments on the single episode. Yes, no, yes, no, and let's forget it and think about the next game. Well, if you're looking at what I'm trying to do now since last game, looking to FOTMob, I don't know, you see the momentum of the game. Well, Juventus that in the first half, according to me, was really solid defensively, understood how to block Napoli, and they did it really well. Of course, without Chiesa, without Di Maria, without Dusan Vlahovic, with Sule, again, second big game where he has different tasks than his natural way of playing. Well, according to me, I was not happy, not celebrating, but I was okay with how Juventus defensively totally cancelled Napoli because they were not present. But of course, if you're looking, only 7 minutes Juventus played in that first half. And you clearly see it with the black block here that you can see below. Only 7 minutes is not enough. So we can partially be okay with the defensive performance that was tactically perfect, but absolutely not the way that we react. If you are looking to score a goal only 7 minutes on 45, we are far from what we can expect to win a game against Napoli. Then you're looking at the second half. Well, the second half is full ball possession of Napoli. They were everywhere, and this time, with a big difference of the first half, well, they were also dangerous, and you really felt it was in the air that at a moment or another the goal would have happened for Napoli, with Juventus only reacting between the 78th and the 82nd minute, and what happens there? You score a goal that after that was cancelled. But this is the paradox that I already said a few days ago. If Juventus is attacking, if Juventus is going forward, you score. Then, of course, it happened with Cuadrado that went up. Penalty, no penalty, we already discussed about it, and we conceded a goal in counter-attack. But that's the risk of football. But we were rewarded with a goal that then they cancelled because we attacked. If you're looking at that momentum at the second half, how is it possible that Juventus will score a goal if you are never in the area of Napoli? So if you're looking at the average position of the players, you can clearly see that we were super low. The stats are not lying. 65% ball possession for Napoli. They won their duel, they won the interception, they had more corner kicks. If you're looking at the distribution, something that was totally clear, 89% pass accuracy, 84% pass accuracy in opposition half. Look at Juve, how many times did we say it? 78% total ball possession or pass accuracy, 63% in opposition half. 63% is really bad, That's more than 20 delta point less than Napoli. It's a total disaster that we can frame with one picture, that counter-attack made by Kostic that is totally missing his pass for Milik in that first half. Well, if your game plan is counter-attacking, first of all, you have to play a bit higher, because that's what happened yesterday. From the moment that you are able, from time to time, to recuperate that ball from Napoli, you have absolutely no idea what to do, because you are too distant from the goal of Napoli. Well, yesterday Allegri said, 2 days ago, he said that the objective was really clear, and we have it all in mind, finishing second in Serie A and trying to win the cups. Well, in Serie A, if your objective is clear and that you need to reach that second position, the how is not clear. Because again, if you want to play counter-attack, I have no problem with it, but then you need to play a bit higher, so that if you catch the ball, you have the possibility to go in counter-attack without doing 80% of your field alone. Because this happened once with Leao against Milan, against Napoli in Champions League. But it's Leao that has the possibility with his leg and in a super momentum. By the way, he scored 2 goals yesterday against the team they played and they won 2-0. But this didn't happen with a Kostic that we all see that is one of the worst on the field, because he's tired now since he came back from international break. So something that you have to do much better there. Also, you see it clearly, yeah? The attempts. Look at how many times Napoli was able to go with the attempts in the box, out of the box, and look how poor Juventus with the black dots was. So absolutely not a beautiful game for Juventus. I mean, tactically, first half defensively was great, not enough to answer. Second half, absolutely not. And again, it's crazy, but when you attack one time, you score. Allegri said 2 things yesterday. One, I totally agree. The other one, I don't agree. What I don't agree with, I will start immediately, is he says, Scudetto, we will be there next year to fight for the Scudetto. For me, this is something I don't agree with, not because I don't believe or I believe, but if you are saying these kind of words, you are giving hope to the supporters, which is great. You need to give hope, but you can't give too much false hope. In a moment like now, where we don't know how many points they will take back from us, we don't know what will happen with the salary maneuver, we don't know if we will be able to do Mercato or not, we don't know if we will extend Rabiot, if Pogba will be 100% fit, we have no idea about the future. Saying that we will fight for the Scudetto next year is something that is a bit risky, according to me. What I agree totally with Allegri is when he's speaking about the team, and that he said we can't blame anybody of yesterday, we can't blame the team yesterday. That really, nobody knows how hard this season was mentally. A lot of people are speaking without really knowing what happened, really understanding the situation mentally for the boys in La Continassa while training, during the games, and all the mistakes also from referees that we already spoke so many times about. And you know, when you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's really hard mentally to remain in the game and saying we will go for it. I saw the reaction and the feeling of Juventini that said we were robbed, it's not fair, Federazione Italiana Gioca Calcio is against the, well, the players are humans as well, and they are feeling exactly the same. And then if it's correct or not, you don't doubt anymore. You go immediately like, yeah, they are against us. Well, it's hard. So I don't want to blame any of the players that yesterday I saw them celebrating the goal of Di Maria in a fantastic way. So they still want to. That they can't, that's another discussion, but they really want to. Well, Juve Napoli, for me, the best man of the field in the 90 minutes was Locatelli. Again, a really fantastic performance from Locatelli, the one that touched most balls, 70. That's the big difference, while in general it's the defenders that are touching them. Well, now it was Locatelli that really played a fantastic game. And it was not an easy one, with that yellow card out of nowhere. By the way, that yellow card is making me pissed. The other controversial episode are making me angry, but not that much. But that yellow card out of nowhere, conditioning a player like Locatelli and actually making sure that he can't play his game for the remaining 70 minutes of the match, well, this is annoying me. But yesterday, again, a fantastic Manuel Locatelli. Okay performance of Gatti, a plus, especially the first half where he was fantastic, really great. Second half a bit less, also a bit at fault on that goal that we conceded, even if the biggest one is from Cuadrado and probably also Fagioli, but not perfect there. But we can say that he's the second best player. Special mention for Rugani, that a lot of people are criticizing. I don't know what we expect from Rugani. I really don't know what we expect from Rugani. A player that is not playing a lot, but every time that he's playing, he's doing his game. And if the myth of he's only playing and doing well against small teams, we can also cancel that one, because yesterday he cancelled Osimhen, that is the best striker of Serie A. No, and he was about to score that bicycle kick that, imagine if that goes in, mamma mia. So congratulations to Rugani. For me, the worst one were two, Kostic and Cuadrado, for two different reasons. Cuadrado for staying on the ground on that request of penalty. Cuadrado for totally missing his first half. And then Kostic for that really big miss on that assist for Milik in that counter-attack, and also because Kostic was really ghosting the game yesterday. What are the three papers saying? And that's the last thing I want to say before closing. It's Napoli ci sei, Napoli, you are there, from Corriere dello Sport, referring to the Scudetto, because they are really there. Gazzetta dello Sport, O Sole Tue, O Sole Tuo, instead of the song O Sole Mio, they are going with O Sole Tuo. Tuo means yours, because the sun is yours, the Scudetto is yours, and we have no doubt about it. And then Tutto Sport with Rabbia Juve, anger at Juve, with an image of Danilo and Di Maria speaking with the referee. Anyway, it is what it is. It was a longer video where we try to go tactically, not using the controversial episode as excuse, but we need to do much better. We need to do much better, and again, I can't blame the players for that. We have a big, important game on Wednesday against Inter. Let's hope that we can see a different Juve and a winning Juve. Grazie, forza, Juve.